But it's not a thing about making it accurate. It's a thing about making it feel right. If it's an accident that's an error that feels good, then you leave it in. You want those. It's not a thing about making it accurate. It's a thing about making it feel right. But it's not a thing about making it accurate. It's not about getting all the errors out. It's about getting it to feel right. If it's an accident that's an error that feels good, then you leave it in. You want those.
Something really nice about I like that. There's something about that kind of lo-fi that just gets me. Really enjoy it. I'm in a really chill mood. Looks like I woke up at the perfect time. Yeah, it is a nice 2:00 p.m. here. Imagine that it's getting close to just about lunchtime where you are. But I'm in a real nice chill mood. And I wanted to try something. Excuse me. Pull this over here so that I can see things. I'm gonna move the mic, so real quick, it's gonna be a little loud. There we go. Yeah, just in a nice chill mood today. Very this microphone's not quite doing what I want it to. There we go. It's a nice chill mood today. Got a lot of work done. Was able to, or got some work done, was able to jump into Celestial's awesome premiere for a pro run of Mega Man, and that was pretty awesome. And then he says, well, when are you going to stream? And I don't, because of the nature of my work and the sporadic nature of time involving that, I didn't really have anything planned. And I don't. I try to do it every Sunday, but that's not always possible. And so, but I happen to have circumstances that lined up today, which are pretty nice. Actually, let me switch these headphones so I can wear the more comfortable ones. This way. There we go, much more comfortable. But yeah, anyway, excuse me. But yeah, I opted to go that route with it. I thought that would be nice, and just kind of stream when it felt well. That title's gonna make people think that you aren't using your Celestial Light's a beast. Yeah, he's intense. There's a couple of them that are awesome. They may think I'm not using my mic, and that's okay. The silent stream what I was referring to is no Twitter. No, I didn't announce that I was going to jump on. It's not something I normally like to do, but I wanted it to be. It's a silent stream. I'm not. That's why I say for those who are listening, it's for those who were interested in popping in. It's pretty silent for the most part, and in part that's because the stream isn't for the normally everybody kind of comes together and get this great community, and it's all awesome, but it's just kind of chill. Everything's kind of chill. If people want to drop in, there's no son of a gun. There's nothing, there's no Twitter post, there's no anything advertising it. Nobody has to jump in. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a little artsy. But I'm in that mood. I'm in a creative mood. I guess I should say it that way. I'm in a creative mood. In the weird kind of like painter's creative mood. I was just all kinds of weird. So I was just sitting there going, well, I don't think I can get. Can I? No. Oh well, that's okay. I don't need that treble clef yet anyway. Yes, it was just there's no pomp and I think I put that in the description. No pomp and circumstance. No. There's no announcement. It's just it's just a nice kind of chill stream. All right, let me move it over so you guys can see what I'm doing. I was getting back to where I was. Stream Deck isn't move. Let me resync that real quick. You guys will be able to on. There we go. Yeah, it's just I say artsy mood. I don't mean for it to be. I'm not that creative, tortured soul type guy. I'm not that. But it's sometimes I'm sitting there going, well, what if I did this? What if I don't announce it? How many people will show up? Will anybody show up? And if no one shows up, that's okay. And if people do, and obviously somebody has. You showed up, and that I'm very grateful for you to. Very grateful for the fact that you did. Thank you so much. Followers fast. Thank you. Yeah, I attribute that to the greatness of this community and their willingness to share and to explore new territory and take the gamble of time on me. I'm very appreciative of that. And thank you, of course, for looking at that. I mean, you're a huge part of it. Almost crossing the hundo, yeah. I know, and I don't know what I don't know what I can do. I mean, obviously, I think it's traditional to do a giveaway, and I think that would be something great. I've got a few things in mind, but at the same time, I don't know what can aptly congratulate somebody or a group of people. Because you think of it, with a giveaway, somebody has a chance to win. All participants are there, but then when you look at the opposite side of it, it's like, well, you are thinking. Without any one of those, you wouldn't be at where you were. You'd be one less. Well, I very much appreciate it. You've been incredible in terms of support and help, and I appreciate it very much. I do want to say, I don't want this to obviously be too the TMI aspect of things, right? But I did have a kazoo boulder down there, little spawn. Yeah. It throws me off. The swim controls aren't inverted here still. I will let you know though. I sent off earlier this morning, I believe, or may have been just at the earlier this morning. I sent off a my look through of the stuff we were talking about yesterday. Should be in your inbox, and so if you do, I did it. I sent an email to kind of describe that I did it in a way that, in kind of the way that I would do things. Clearly, it's not my project, so that's just if any of that is at all helpful. I hope. If any of that is at all helpful, then I hope that will. I hope. Feel free to use it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And if none of it is, then I don't take offense at all. So if you don't use any of it, that's okay. I went through, so just to let you know, I did everything on it but the, I wrote, so, how do I want to say this? I didn't know how to, okay, I know you need the Mega Globo for this one. Yeah, I know. I need the ice key for that one. Yeah, I'm aware. I know. Yeah. So I wrote it out. I wrote it through as if. So I took it and it's all great. So I used your words. I wrote it in the way that I would do if I were presenting the project, if I were presenting the video, and I were using your words and wanting to present your bullet points, how would I do it? And then I wrote that all down, bullet pointed it, formatted it. I did it in a way that if you read from top to bottom, that would be the flow of it, basically. And I included everything, including things that you had spoken about potentially omitting. And I'm going to keep it real vague, because I don't want to spoil anything. But I included that, and that way if you do omit it, it still transitions, but if not, then... So I hope it's helpful, but if it's not, like I said, if you just discard the whole thing, I don't take any offense, so no worries. It was a side note here. I should make mention of this. This is Grant Kirkhope did an interview a while back that kind of was talking about it, and I think some other people have confirmed it. You can see here that Lady Polar Bear has a pair of large assets, and those assets, if you'll notice, move opposite of when the rest of her body does to give the appearance of bounce and physics. And that was something Rare liked, apparently, slipping, being the awesome company they were, and well, I guess they're not quite the same now. They apparently really liked slipping bits past the sensors at Nintendo. I really appreciate it, I'm sure. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, no, absolutely. I just hope it's some help, if any. They like to slip things past the sensors of Nintendo, and so one of the big things that they had done in the first one... Excuse me. One of the big things that they had done with the first... I need to... One second, I apologize. I'm gonna get some water. I have some stuff in my throat there. I have my... Oh, you know what? My water bottle is on the other table. One moment. Much better. Much better. Okay. By the way, I hope I look and sound okay. I was having some issues last time for no good reason with echo. I think I figured out what it was, so hopefully I sound good and clear. There's not additional echo, and the game sounds good and clear. If anything's too quiet, too loud, please let me know. Rare like to slip things in through the sensor. And so at the very end of the first one, they did The one that they slipped in was there was a lady at the very, very end who's in a bikini who's holding melons, and they did that intentionally because they had originally made her without anything in front. Nintendo didn't like it, and so it was it was kind of a thing that they were like, well, we can get past this. We'll censor it with a big pair of melons because that's, And then they started to, I mean, we see Conker's Bad Fur Day, but Banjo decided to slip a lot of that in there. Everything is good on your end? Well, thank you very much for the feedback there. I like that. Yeah, yeah, thank you very much. That's what, it's gotta be, that's the first time I've ever had one of those just shoot, I'm like point blank, and they shot over to the side. I've never had that happen. I'm gonna go in here, although there's a pretty good chance I'm just gonna win a beating. I'm either gonna win some feathers or a beating. I'm gonna wager. Yeah, that's what I thought. But depending on what version of the game you get here, there actually is a chance for you to win some cool stuff. You can win a health, I believe, a health refill, red feathers, blue eggs, and I say red feathers, blue eggs and red feathers. No, that's good. You can win some. You can win some eggs. You can win some feathers. You can win, I think, a health refill. I don't think you can win any like extra life or anything like that. And but it's heavily as you play, as any gambling is. The more you play, the more likely it is you're going to lose. All right, fine. About to use those grenade eggs on you, bud. Yeah. If you end up going in and doing that, playing the game, it's heavily skewed in favor of you getting beat up, which is costs one. If I can get a bonk, I think it's a, what did I say? It was a 1 in 7 chance. I think it may have been 1 in 10, but I think it's a 1 in 7 chance he'll bonk. Can we get him to bonk this time? I can finally separate. That's kind of cool. It is one of my favorite things to get to do in one of the puzzles. Bonk. Ah, he didn't do it. I'm never gonna get him to bonk on this. Because I'm expecting it. It's when I don't expect him to he bonks. Okay. So Witchy World's actually one of my favorite. Excuse me. Witchy World's one of my favorite environments in the entire game. I love the theme. There's a YouTuber, and I wish I could reference him. I'll put a link probably in the description if he's okay with it. He's a big YouTuber, but he records every instrument himself, or at least with the instruments that he has. And it's him redoing a bunch of these themes. And he does the Witchy World theme, which I actually really like it. Alright, so we're gonna grab the jiggy, and then we're gonna use the bonk trick here, which is just slam on the not build drill, that didn't work. Bonk on the edge and then fall down. No damage. That trick comes in handy in both of them, to be completely fair. Oh, there's a note there. Come on. There's 2 note nests in there. I don't remember these at all. That's fine. The fact that it's not inverted still to me is absolutely... Let's see. But yeah, anyway, I feel like this one, some of the artwork to it, and I think a lot of it just like paid homage to the first one more than several of the other ones did, so. What in the, I don't remember if I don't think that one either. Took a lot longer to 100% this game compared to... So in this instance, I don't, because I don't know it well enough, I probably won't be 100%ing it. It's just, because it's so much more difficult. There's so much more involved to it. It just was something to play that was fun and that people seemed to be interested in. But you can bet your lunch that I'm gonna be loading ore and glitter. I know where he is. I just wanted to open up the thing. I left him in glitter. He's not loading ore, by the way. He's just shoveling coal because I broke you. Yeah, so in this instance, I'm just kind of playing through it for people to The way the worlds are connected always messes my head. Yeah, yeah. It's a lot. There's a lot of that. I completely agree. I was making a mention of how they did that with the first puzzle with Dilberta at the prison compound in the Mayhem Temple. You have to know, firstly, the code to get into the prison. Well, that's okay. But then once you get in there, you can't get her out unless you know Bill Drill, which you won't learn until the next world. So then you have to do that. Then you have to go back to the Mayhem Temple to use Bill Drill. You can't use it in Glitter Gulch Mine. So you learn Bill Drill in there, and then you go back to the Mayhem Temple, and nope. And anyway, it's the game's great. It was a lot of ambition, and we see hints of this in games nowadays, but it's just, at that time, this was still, I think, something fairly new. And so because it was something as new as it was, I think that the implementation of it, while done in a fun way, wasn't necessarily perfect. Which is fine. I don't blame anybody for that, but I like the game nonetheless. Gobi. Probably not glad to see us, because every time we saw you in the last game, we took water from you. I was on my way to Lava World, but I got captured. Now that you're here, I'll soon be out. We're extortionists. Alright. I thought it was a, no, don't use that. I thought it was a grenade egg to the wall. It's probably got to be straight on. There we go. Can I have a Jiggy? Or are you still going to be... In the last game you gave me 2, so I think I could probably let this fly. What the heck kind of run is that, though? What camel does 2 and then 2 instead of 2 front and then 2... I don't know. We have the... And I believe this little Triceratops for Pterodactyl. He's sick, I think, too. The chuffing train. Is that a verb, or is that a proper verb, or what? Is that an adjective? I'm not sure. I don't understand. This is a mean Joe over here. Nope. That's one of the things that did frustrate me, is because they had the Mean Joes instead of the Gen Joes in. And then you go through and you go into an area where you unlock a Gen Joe, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, nope, that was a bad one. Sorry, that thing's actually going to kill you. For anybody who's curious, and you'll probably see it in a minute, but if I hit these teeth on the side, I take damage. These little teeth are actually sharp. Apparently. I mean, I would imagine that they are probably sharp. I imagine that they're probably sharp on the points, but I don't imagine running into the blunt sides of them would be that dangerous for real. But, you know... also, side note, I believe I'm set to do some testing on the continuance of my GoldenEye stream, which should hopefully be, everything works well, a collaborative effort, because I am having some trouble getting out of an area there. Oh, there's that tooth that we were talking about. And so hopefully that'll be the case, that maybe the next game I play, I do know that the Mean Joes, yeah. And I don't... They get frustrating because they look like Gen Joes up until you get too close. I don't want the question mark. You can just... Question mark ones make your health go all different places, and then you hit the... in this case, it'll be the X button. It used to be the B button. You'll hit the X button to stop it, and good news is you could end up with full health from no health. Bad news is if you hit it too soon, you could end up with less health than you had before. Which actually is not an attractive prospect. Let's see. I know how to shoot eggs from the air, yeah? I can do patches in here. I need tickets for patches. Ah, it's Congo. I need tickets for patches. I forgot. All right, let's go get some. Go get some tickets. I have to remember. This. I think part of the reason I like this one is because this one seems to be one of the more self-contained levels. Yeah, you got two pink ones right there. That whole family's almost back together. I think this one's, yeah, this one feels a little bit more self-contained. Although I think the transformation on this one's a little bit... Son of a gun, this... Okay. You know what? I know where the tickets are. I remember where they are. That's where they are. I'm gonna take great pleasure in collecting tickets. Aw. Freaking sniper there countered my stuff. We're at a stalemate register. There we go. That's what I wanted. I have 1 health left. Is that a big deal? Not really. They reused assets in this game much like Majora's Mask, although the game had plenty of new NPCs such when compared to Majora. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know I am only just starting to realize that now that I'm seeing I had forgotten that Congo came back as well. And so they did that, which I think is pretty clever, but at the same time, at the very end of the day, I mean, they still had the same, the 60, they were just getting smarter about how they did everything. Hey, here's the kid. I'm starving, give me some fries and I'll leave quietly. This is a mean Joe here. Headshot. I think it's clever. I think a lot of them did let me go ahead and learn this move and he'll give me my health back. No way, I'll only teach you this one once you've got rid of that dumb bird. He still gave me my health back. That was nice of him. I mean, that's the thing, and this, because in the lifespan of this is the 4 years into the 64. And so, I mean, I get it too. 4 years into the 64's lifespan, you become more efficient. But ultimately, did they get that much more room as the cartridges progressed? Did it become that much more advanced, or was it truly just them becoming that much more proficient in how they used it? Is a question. No, hit the. Okay, I think I learned the pack. You have split up. To change the other character stand on. Yes, yeah, I'm aware. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What does that say? From where I am, it doesn't look like... I mean, it looks like it says something, but I can't tell what it said. From where I am, so... granted, I am on the other side of a room. My TV's on one side now. I believe I learned the pack whack, I think it's called. And I always did it with the other thing I did is Jinjo, J-I-N-J, Jinjo, and then Minjo. I know it's Minjo, but I always decided to use the long I for a long, like, mean. I don't guess there's any instance where that's applicable, but you get what I'm saying. It's just because I always thought that was the case. It's Jinjos and Minjos, but I figured it was like Mean Joe. And also, just because you're the mortal enemy of a Jinjo doesn't have anything to do with me. Right? I'm a bear. So I mean, there we go. Nope. I don't guess I understand the logic there with that. Beep, beep. Okay. I'm gonna go. So there is a little bit of a bugger here, in my opinion, which is that I don't. Son of a gun. Which is that this is a little bit in this game. I said it in the previous installment, but this is a little bit more. Mr. Echo YT Frost Glacier. Hi there. Good to see you again. I got to talk with you on Celestial's premiere briefly a little earlier, and it's so good to get to see you. Hell, guilty by association, the worst kind of you. That's the idea. If you didn't do something bad, but you know someone who did something bad, you're bad. How that works. But yeah, I wanted to say hi, Echo. It was a pleasure getting to talk with you there. I thought I might have some. There we go. I thought I might have some time to stream today, and I did happen to have a little window, but yet again, I decided no pomp and circumstance, no big announcement. I thought about announcing it, but you know, I'll jump on, and if people pop on, great, and if not, that's okay too. But I'm very grateful that you did decide to pop on and see kind of what my channel's all about. Ultimately, it's just a place to play cool games and chat with each other. There's no sub goal or follower goal or none of that. Just a place for you guys to come and hang out with me. And watch that guy hurt my bird. There we go. I always remember, for people who remember it, I don't know if it was I don't think it was a local thing, so it surely wasn't. But it was the early 2000s. Hey, Hugo, welcome in. Oh yeah, I forgot they're electric, so you can't do that. Oh, that's to get the son of a gun. Oh yeah, I think that this came out in 2000, but every time I hear them do that, it reminds me of the "What's Up" commercials from the early 2000s. They do "What's up," and it's like part of that to me is funny, but at the same time, I don't know if there's any. This is a highly skilled game which requires airborne egg abilities. You seem to have none, so I suggest you get lost. Okay, fine. Fine, I gotta remember here. I do remember liking the bounce house there, though. 1 second, I'm gonna check my totals. There we go. I think that moves here, isn't it? Or is that in the next deal? Yeah, no, it's in this one. Okay, fine. That works. It's, alright, let's go look for that. I can't remember where that one is. Oh, I might actually remember. I didn't also remember these guys being able to chase you all the way up to the ladders and the launch pads and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of a... Wait, who do we... There we go. But I remember playing this. So before I bought this, I had the first one and loved the first one. And I didn't know if this was going to be good or not, so I opted to rent it instead. Rented it, thought it was great, and this is the world that I remember infinitely better than, or I say infinitely better. I remember better than any of the others, I think. You can also just grip grab on it, but I opted. There we go. And now when I get on it, I believe I can actually be taken to the other side of the park. The scenic splendor of the cable car ride across to the space zone. Which is great because it's not even a cable car ride. It's literally a plank of wood, a thin piece of, a thin board holding it up. That's not even a cable car. It's a platform at best. That's a little bit better. It's made of metal at least. YouTube's acting up again. It says 0 viewers, but here we are. Well, hey, I just appreciate you guys for being there, for being here, at all. So thank you so much. Yeah, I've been. So there's a thing. I don't know if this is really worth bringing up in this instance. I don't think it necessarily has an effect on us yet, as it stands for this kind of content. But apparently. Animators and people that are making short, I should have slammed it before. Anyway, animators and people that are making short form content, and particularly, I think that short form content is particularly 2 minutes or less, is those people apparently are being, I guess there's demonetization for the channels that are monetized in that, and then I think that they're also falling out of the recommended. And it's not so, but it apparently was also like animators. I don't know if it's specifically just animators that have made videos that are 2 minutes or so. I think it may be a little bit more advanced than that, but I don't know. Jam jars, wake up! There we go. The question I have is, I understand he's in the military and that's where he got some training. I get that, but bonk. Nope, still no bonk. I guess I wonder, how did he learn how to do all the bird moves? He's not a bear either, but you know. What's your name? You're Soggy, right? Okay, you need a burger. Probably need a stomach pump. You sound like you're having some trouble there. I feel like that this carnival food is, I mean, I get it, carnival food's not good for you, but I'm pretty certain that the food at this specific carnival is much, much worse. Oh, no, you don't. You'll see in a minute here. I got a Salty Joe, I think it is, his fries. I just hit his switch right behind him. Definitely the staff that you'd expect Grunty to hire, though, right? Salty Joe is, limp salty fries. That's one of the adjectives I don't want affiliated with my food. I'm gonna buy some flaccid fries. There we go. Yeah, the food here, it's not even the fries, he just tells you are bad, but it's the burgers. I gotta go over here and find the burger guy. He's like a rhinoceros, I think, if I remember right. I don't remember his name. I remember Salty Joe, but I don't remember the rhino's name. Maybe they all have, that's also a cool acronym, because you could say they all have sabers. That's a really cool acronym too, so that's actually pretty cool. But yeah, you can see him like sneezing all over the burger, and he's got snot all in his, he's got like, he's sneezing all over, he's got snot all on his smock and out of his, oh, ow, okay. Yeah, who sells, that's a good question too, thanks Al. Who sells burgers and fries separate? Unless you have like, yeah, unless you have like a specialty like curly fry or something. Who sells the fries separate from the who sells the fries separate from the burger? Well, I mean, okay, I say everybody sells the fries separate from the burger. I mean, two different kiosks. Like you go to Burger King, you can buy the sandwich, or you can buy it as the meal, which is basically you buy in the fries too. But it's not like Burger King says, "Hey, okay, cool, you got," and I'm using national chains because I know national chains because I know there are people that, you know. I'm pretty sure these are ubiquitous. I could be wrong. But you've got, you know, you go to Burger King and you buy a burger, and you're like, "Hey, this burger is really great. I'd love fries." And they're like, "Yeah, go to McDonald's for that." Like, who does that? Okay. I think I give him a burger and fries. I don't remember. I remember I give the girl fries, but I don't remember where the third kid is. Like, oh, I think I do. You got some burger. I only got one burger, kid. You're welcome to it, but it's got snot in it, I think. From a rhinoceros? I mean, that's exotic, if anything. Yummy. Okay, well. Okay, you're looking a little full. Well, that was... If I had, I would be highly offended if I had actually been there and he had done that as I went to help pick him up. As it stands, you know what? I'm just gonna be. I can't pick him up and take him back to his mom. I don't have the move necessary, and I don't learn that move for. I think I learned that move in Hailfire Peaks even, so it's actually quite a ways away. I think I learned it in Hailfire Peaks. I could be wrong. After this is Jolly Roger's Lagoon, and then Jolly Roger's Lagoon, and then Pterodactyl Land. I actually may learn it in Pterodactyl. But yeah, it's this Jolly Roger's Lagoon, Pterodactyl Land, Hailfire Peaks, Cloud Cuckoo Land, and then I think it's the Hey AR, how you doing? Thanks for popping into. Hey, don't dance around, girl. I'm doing okay though. I made a I call it the silent stream. From the looks of it, that kid'll eat anything. That's what I would be worried about. Yeah. Thank you for finding a little scam for me. There's still another 2 to find though. Yeah, I know. You should be the one finding them though, but I didn't have these kids. I'll find my own kids, thank you. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm sorry I got scrambled there. I was saying this was a silent stream. I didn't announce it on Twitter or anything, so I appreciate you for finding me on here. It does also tell me, which is kind of neat. The silent stream does tell me a little bit, which I think is kind of neat, and it could be for any number of reasons, but it tells me, you know, there are people that are, you know, looking out for that, or they, you know, have a notification or something like that. I think which is incredibly flattering. So thank you very much for everybody who showed up here and you know, chose to spend a couple minutes, even if only just that. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. And I had the sneeze afterwards, which I thought was nice. Oh! Retro, does this game... Wait. Retro, does this game have a carnival kind of level? I have a mission where you go into some kind of circus tent burnt into my brain. I think it's this game. Yes, we are in that world, and I'm about to go into the circus tent. And we'll see if that's the one. There's a... Well, I don't want to spoil who he is, but we'll say there's a boss named Mr. Patches in there. So if that's the one, then I'm happy to... Well, I hope bring back a potentially pleasant memory. There we go. Yeah, Banjo 1's a lot more concise and a lot easier to kind of... This game's a lot of fun, but it does require a ton of running around. Here's the giant circus tent that I'm hoping that you're referring to. I know that you're saying a giant circus tent. Here's one here. And I'm going to go inside. I think I only need 2 tickets for Congo to let me in, so... And I believe I have that many. Let's see. 4 tickets are required. Why would I have to have 4 tickets? There's only 2 of us. Alright, fine. I'm gonna go get 2 more tickets. It is this one. Okay, good. Well then, I thought it was 2 tickets because there's only 2 of us, but you know. I get a ticket from... I don't get a ticket from you. All coming back. That's awesome. Yeah, I remember this is definitely the level that I like the most out of... Well, I say I like the most. I actually really like Hellfire Peaks. There's a ticket. That's 3. This is definitely one of the one I probably like. This is at least in the... Either this or Hellfire Peaks that you know what? I like Grunny Industries. This is my top 3, if not top 1. There we go. But I definitely spent the most time on this one, or at least I think I did. I spent the most time in this level, and that was back when I rented the game in 2000. So when it was kind of newer, I was renting. All right, Congo, let me in. Let me adjust this microphone. Can I come in? Congo, you want to talk? You want to talk to me, bud? Why are you not giving me the interact? There we go. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the microphone. There we go. It's a little bit better. I think so. I hope so. I also have an obsession for anything spooky or horror themed. I've loved that stuff since I was a kid. Spooky area of Banjo 1 was amazing. Can't remember the name. That's Mad Monster Mansion. That is my absolute favorite part in the entire thing. Thumb Brothers. Hey, welcome in, Thumb. How you doing? Yeah, that's Mad Monster Mansion, which is my favorite area of the first one as well. And my favorite music too. Super well done. So this is the Mr. Patches fight. All right, sorry, I got a message from Anna, so yeah, I was addressing that while Mr. Patch's dialogue was playing out there. So this guy, I will say, I like Mr. Patches, okay, but they did this thing with the bosses that was a little bit tricky. And so with Mr. Patches, it's definitely the case too. I have to use grenade eggs, so I'm gonna pick all that up first before he starts doing the you can't land piece he does. But they did this thing where you're expected to go through and hit all these different spots on him, and sometimes it's not too bad. Mr. Patches, it's not too bad. There's a fight, yet again, won't spoil the specifics, but there's a fight in Jolly Roger's Lagoon from a, well, he's officially an anglerfish, I suppose, because I think they're the only ones that have bioluminescence. Yeah, I missed it. But anyway, he did that. Come on. There we go. And you have to do the same thing. You have to hit all these other little different targets. There we go. It's a little frustrating sometimes. It's not bad. It's not the worst, but it's a little frustrating. I think it's actually going to be easier to beat you from the air, to be fair. You also don't technically have to beat him from the air because those things kind of take a little while to spawn, but still. The aimer for me is a little tricky. I'll let him cough his little balloon bombs out at me. They get up in the air here. Let's get some altitude. A little easier to point down, I think. Ah, whoa! You just bounce off of them, so it's no big deal. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna finally make it around him. Give me my Taiko Peter. That's it. I'm glad to see the intensity of your investment, AR. That'll do. Do you remember, I'm just curious, do you remember this fight very well, or is it just the, whoops. Son of a gun. Come on. I didn't get anything from that. I'm curious, is it just the circus tent, or do you remember this fight really well, or... I'm certainly not very well practiced on the aim. So the aiming's so... hold on, I'm gonna see if I can change it real quick. Oh, he still blinks when you're paused. That's really actually funny. I don't know. Are there options so I can make the aimer not, real quick? Zombie, thanks for popping in. My apologies. I had or I disappeared from your stream. My phone died. I was watching you on my phone and commenting, and then it died. I didn't let you know that when I sent the message yesterday. So, my apologies for that. But yeah, thanks for popping in. Can I change the setting on this or not? Music. Okay, I guess not. There we go. The aiming on it is super difficult for me to get reacclimated to because it's oh yeah, I should say that I said it in the chat, but I should say it in voice now that I have the opportunity. Happy now belated birthday. I know I grouped it in chat, I know, but still. They give you voice. Happy birthday, zombie. There we go. There we go. It's super difficult because for me to get reused to it because for whatever reason I'm having the reticle snaps back to the center, and so if I hold it here, I have to make sure I am just precisely where I need to be. And there's a patch that's kind of close to his tail that's going to be real hard to hit too. There we go. Kind of have to anticipate where he's going to go too. Let me land. Whoa. That thing actually was decently close. Oh, really? I love how that works. That thing was decently close. Boom, immediately. Big bomb blows me up. He's much smaller now. Ah, nope. Well, that added insult to injury, didn't it? Quite literally. Hockey scene from Rocky 4. Nice. There we go, that's what I meant to do. Ah, sheesh. Got the nose patch, that's fine. Now it's just one by his tail, one on his chest, one on his backside here, I think, and one on his, Nope. Yeah, it is, okay. Let's go get some honeycombs real quick. I would feel better with... Well... There's not a lot, but... Oh, maybe that's the only one. Okay. I didn't think so. I thought there were 4, but 2 will be fine. I'm also curious. I mean, he should still, at this point, he should still have a slow leak, right? Son of a gun. He got... Son of a gun. Such an awkward scene in other words. Best scene in a Rocky movie, very deep and profound, quiet scene. That robot scene so out of place. Alright, we're gonna try this again. Son of a gun, though. I am rusty enough that wouldn't... I'm disappointed in myself. I've let everybody down. I've let myself down. I'm going in for redemption. I mean, to be completely fair... Mod, why? Wait. Yeah, do it. Do it. I know which one you're talking about. Let's see if I can't go ahead and hit the tail patch first. There we go. Yeah, I say it's. I think that's a. I gave some. I also gave some insight. I don't know if it's important to anybody, but anybody who may not have been here. Okay. Anybody who may not have been here previously when it came to the mods. At present, I chose. I have 4 horsemen, so to speak. 4 horse people, whatever sounds best. But anyway, just people that seem to have shown up and of their own. They've decided that they want to show up and be here and all that kind of good stuff. And I've gotten to talk with them and trust them. So if you see that wrench, then it's just a combination of those. If you don't see it, it's not any sort of meant to be any sort of offense or anything. I told a story in the last one about an experience I had way back when I first started trying to stream. Part of the reason I actually didn't pursue it any further, and so that's kind of the, for anybody who's curious, that's kind of the so I will say, it seems like, at least, that those balloons have gotten infinitely better at tracking. Why do I say infinitely in this instance? They've gotten much better at tracking. I need to come up with more adjectives. It's something that's habitual at this point. My goodness. There's one. Sheesh. That one didn't make contact. Just impacted on the surface. Oh, of course. I mean, it's yet again. It's just people that have come in and shown support. People that have come in and shown support that I've gotten to talk with and I feel like I can trust. And yet again, if it doesn't happen, if someone is. Wait a minute, Retro told me. Wait, sorry, 1 second. Wait a minute, Retro told me he was paying to be a mod. Hasn't he told you guys the same? I talked about the wrenches in Retro Room's last stream for quite some time. Yeah, and that's another thing. It's a good point to make that. That having been said, I think I've made this clear with as many people as I can. I don't expect mod status on your channels. It's just something I want to do for my channel. Your channels are your channels, and you do what you feel is right. I don't take offense if I'm not, and I don't. It's none of that mess. I don't have any expectations. It's just what I felt was good for my channel, and for people that were there. And of course, also you don't. I mean, it's something you may not want. If you don't, that's okay too. So yeah, appreciate it in all seriousness. Oh, no, you're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. I know you had kind of, I mean, you've been here. No! Ah, jeez, I knew I was going to get hit by the fall out there. There we go. And this one, I'm going to take damage on it. Ah, son of a gun, it wasn't even a good one. You can't win. Let's see. There's that. That's 3. There's another honeycomb over here if I can grab it. Oh, no, you don't. Those things can reach up decently high. Is it, there? I want to land this like that. It's gotten much better at it's like predictive. It's gotten a lot better at like predicting where you're gonna go. Yeah, you can see what I'm saying there. So, I only got 3 patches, but I've only got 2. Let's see. You heard the man. Make him a mod or he'll excommunicate you. You'll be excommunicado. No. There's no. No. It's so hard to get. There we go. And then he's got 2 more. One on the back here. Oh my god. Oh, that's gonna be the end of me if I can't get it away in time. I got away in time. Only just barely. I've got to hit these two in this last one, but it's so difficult to aim. That's it. I need, oh my gosh! Oh my goodness. This is so frustrating. It's so difficult to do that. Let's see. Let me, catch up real quick here. Wouldn't have mattered. The ref wasn't going to do anything about it. No one in the movie brought up that Drago hit Creed after the bell over and over. It's a small thing the movie missed. In fact, the series... Everyone was in shock, though, especially Polly's role. Alright, I'm going to take a minute from patches there. That was such a frustrating... such a frustrating fight there. It's not the worst one, but it's definitely there. It's definitely frustrating. It's so difficult to aim. Alright, let's go see Mumbo. Let's see if we can. You've got this right short. Alright, fine. You know what? I'm gonna go give it one because I feel like I'm believed in. I'm gonna go do it again, because that does... Now you've got me all pepped up like, God dang it, I gotta do that. This is what I gotta do. Alright. I always felt bad, though. He says, I'm not a violent inflatable, and we say he's full of hot air, and he's like, true. Well, yeah, he technically is full of hot air. Well, not hot. It doesn't have to be hot air. He's definitely full of air. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright, I'm gonna hit the tail one again. That's my strategy. He's got twice the amount of health I have, right? Yeah, he's got twice the amount of health I have. So if I can avoid losing health, that should do it. Oh. For the love of... The reticle on this is so hard to... It's me having trouble with it again, but it's at the same time it's like, are you kidding me? I'll just hit the big one there in the front. Okay. Sure you guys saw that one? Game actually's cheating. Zooey's the real villain, so he's getting everyone riled. That's true. That's very true. Also, I hadn't noticed this. I'm not sure Nintendo would have been keen on the placement of his blow-up, the little blow-up piece for him, the piece where you would... Yeah. I just noticed that. I don't... Something tells me Nintendo probably wouldn't have been keen if they'd have been paying attention on that. Or maybe that's innocuous, I don't know. But it seems like that was probably intentional. That's two. Son of a gun. The predictive... The fact... where am I facing? The fact that it's able to predict that so well is very, very difficult to... The fact that I'm also my own worst enemy here is not doing me any good either. Yeah, I guess when you look at it, even in the first game, she was the reason a lot of the bad guys would get upset at you. Stay close. If I stay close, I should be okay, right? I mean, that's too close. Still. All right, let's give this another spin. My goodness. Can we, for the... I think the more distance I put between us, the more likely his little balloon bombs are to get me. I'm gonna try and come in close. Oh, it looks like that they can actually come in pretty close too. I mean, they didn't get me, so that's something, but It looks like that they actually can go pretty darn close to him as well. I didn't realize. Put that one on his cheek. One in the back. Can we hit something? I felt like that those were all really, with the exception of the, well, the last one was phenomenal, but like, I feel like that those were all decent shots at least. Stand close. Stand close for the bloom bombs. Okay, alright, so that is a good strategy there. Let's, Mr. Patches, if you would be so kind as to not. Thank you. See if I can land to get some more, oops, sorry. Land. Get some more grenades, feathers. I don't see anything. You're not? Okay, well that's okay. For right now, that's okay. Oh, shoot. If I get enough altitude, I don't think that they can go higher. I mean, once you... Why? Okay. It'll take a second. Gotta open some stuff up. I'm gonna cool down a little bit. Why is that possible? There is no instance where using the build drill while flying is useful that I can think of, and that includes in speedrunning tactics and all that good stuff. I can't think of a single thing, single time that that's worthwhile. Alright, we'll go do something. We'll go hone my aerial. It's like a Tim Burton movie. Yeah, it kind of is. It definitely has a, with the exception of the protagonist accidentally slamming themselves into the ground. It definitely has that vibe. Oh, sheesh. No, it does. I think it does. I think it definitely has that kind of a vibe to it, which I think is great. Do this. Up over here. You know that there's something worth climbing to if you get one of those things. Burrito is ready. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so this is Wumba. Now we have a pad to her. We don't really need this, though. Well, we do, but... This is, so, in my opinion, this is my least favorite transformation in the game. Even though I like this a lot in terms of the world, this is my least favorite transformation in the game. Because it literally doesn't... It literally just serves the... I'm not going to say exactly what you turn into. I'm pretty sure you guys saw some indication of it. But you basically just turn into a key for a couple of locks. Zombie, you laugh at my pain. You laugh at my pain. No, that was a silly move. I didn't mean to do that, but sheesh. Welcome to the Balloon Burst Challenge. You have 60 seconds in which to score 50 points. Do you want to hear the rules? No. If I hit the green ones, they're worth 2. Red is worth 1. Blue is worth 3. I should have unlimited gold eggs. I should be on rapid fire, and I should be able to shoot just about anything. Okay. Let me, The minigames aren't ridiculously difficult. Well, I mean, I guess there are some difficult ones. I honestly, if I had to pick a minigame that was most difficult out of these, I would say stay at the roof and do this. Okay, there's... I want to say that, like, the most difficult was the... I think the most difficult minigame for me was the last round, the later round Mr. Viles from the first one. I'm not gonna hit this first time, which is okay. What a pathetically low score that was. Only 11 points shy. Do I want to play? Yes, I'll play again. No prize for me, huh? Fine. Retro Not skillfully, though. Not today, at least. Which is a little disappointing, but that's okay. I mean, I'm having fun, so you know, as long as you guys aren't bored to absolute tears in watching this, I'm having a pretty good time. But it does take a little bit of focus because I'm looking at all this. The aerial, this is the thing, is there's the aerial, so this game opted in a lot of ways to try and make this into as much a first-person shooter as it could. So it definitely has, like, the tempo level that I did in the very first episode is very reminiscent of like Turok, right? Not Turok. Well, yeah, I guess the first one. Like Dinosaur Hunter. I'm gonna miss it by just a couple of points this time, aren't I? 5? Yeah, I missed it by 5. Don't you say yeah, pathetically low score. I was 5 short. It wasn't pathetically low, it was just not good enough. Cyan Boy, I think I said that right. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you for dropping in. Alright, let's try this again. I was 5 points shy, so there's some enhancing, some skill here going on. Or some improvement, rather. I should... Enhancing of skill? I could have used the word improvement instead. My brain is in a really unusual place. A good place, but an unusual one. The words aren't doing what they normally... My words aren't really doing what I want them to. Part of it's me being focused on trying to do this decently. A little bit of pressure to make sure that I'm not the worst ever at a game that I've played for literally 20 years. So I seem to remember that being my tactic, though. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm going to do something real quick. I don't know if it's going to make all of the difference in the world, but I feel like part of it's... no, not that. I'm going to go ahead and flip the y-axis. I feel like some of that in some way... I also didn't realize, but if you take a look at the pause screen back there... Let me do this real quick. You can see where the sprite of that glow around the egg ends, and it's literally just a square overlay. I had never seen that. That's pretty cool. Okay. Okay, so... Alright, so I have 7 shot, but I inverted it. I feel... Let's see if that does any... It may not do anything. Let's see if it... Retro, have you played a Hat in Time or a new Super Lucky's Tale? No, I haven't. So I waited on a Hat in Time. I was told it was great. I wanted to get it for the Switch, and then once it came on the Switch, I wanted to get it on sale on the Switch. So I haven't yet gotten it and played it, but I've heard phenomenal things about it. Lucky's Tale, I wasn't really remarkably aware of until fairly recently. I feel like that was in part... I think that was in part due to you, actually, that I'm aware of it. Okay, let's see if this... How did I do that? Let's see if this makes any difference. Is this truly what was making me mess up, or am I just not... I mean, the reticle... Getting used to the reticle again is definitely a little bit of a hurdle. Since you have unlimited eggs, there's no reason not to be using them. I don't know what I hit there, but I hit something. Oh, I hit the blue one before it went nice. Okay. Oh. No, I'm not gonna make it this time either, but it didn't really make that big of a difference. I guess. Either that or... I mean, it felt better, but I don't... They're fun platforms. I want to give them a try. I've heard that that's the case with the Hat in Time, but like I said, I think New Super Lucky's Tale has been a more recent discovery, which I intend to get. Okay, I know there's 1,000 other things I could be doing, so I'm gonna do this once. I may try patches once with the inverted to see if it's any better. It probably won't be much better, but it's more comfortable. And then if not, I'll just go into something else. That is one of the things I do like about the game is there's so many things to do that I feel like you can jump around, and if you get stuck somewhere, you've got plenty of room to do something else. So which I'm okay with. There's some blue ones. Can we get that one? Nope. I got that one. That's fine. I may try the Kazooie. Well, I don't know if I can. She has to learn how to do the like bird twirl thing. Okay, let's. Well, I'll leave this for a minute just because it's like. No, thank you. We'll move on and see if anything got better there. With the patches, fine. If it doesn't get, can we? There we go. Yeah, I think you have to know like the bird twirls. It may be her jumping through hoops. Honestly, actually, let's just see. Let's just take a peek. I can't remember. Oh, it's on this side. Alright, let's just split up. And then switch. Yeah, Kazooie right now doesn't know any. She knows bird twirl and she knows hunker down, which I don't know what that does. I think it's supposed to be for her jump or flip or whatever, but... Oh, is this the jump through hoop? Yeah, it's the jump through hoop. Welcome to the Hoop Hurry Challenge. You have 60 seconds to score 30 points. You wanna hear the rules? No, it's the same rules as before. Same colors, except for your jumping through hoops. And the hoops are little... I didn't even jump through that blue one, by the way. I just jumped near enough that it thought I did it. Pro strats. Strat number 1, cheat. Strat number 2, don't worry about it. Strat number 1's good. Not a lot of blue ones, although the green ones are pretty. Technically, I only have to jump through 15. Oh, wait. Look at that. I didn't even jump through it. I just watch this. Well, I did jump through that one, but you get what I'm saying. I do know if you jump through it while it like is disappearing, you still get a point. I technically don't have to do anything else, but that's fine. This one's a much easier challenge because there's so many hoops to jump through. Well, I was gonna say all you have to do is not suck, but then I jumped into a hoop and messed up. Briar freaking Ferguson, that's a phenomenal name. Also, nice alliteration, I guess, in that. Well, is it? Yeah, I guess it'd be alliteration in that case. Briar freaking Ferguson, hi there, welcome to the stream, thank you. I don't know, that when I hear freaking put into it like that, I always think of the Peter Griffin. So, but thanks for coming into the stream and taking a peek and seeing what I do. This is just a stream about playing a chill game and talking with good people. And so, you know, thanks for stopping in and seeing. Coming in, hopefully. Alright, so we did get so it wasn't a complete loss. It wasn't a total loss. We did do that. I do feel, because it's not a timed thing, I do feel like I might... Thanks, Richard. Sorry, I hear the word freaking in the middle of something like that. I always think of Peter Griffin there, so pardon me on that one if you don't mind. But yeah, thanks for coming in. We're just kind of doing a. This is just a kind of a chill Banjo Tooie go-through stream. It's one of the games I really like. I don't know it. I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge, and I'm not even remarkably skilled at it. I just like it. So, and the people that are all in here are great people. Not excluding yourself, of course, but several that have been here even prior have just been remarkably patient with me as I try not to look completely inept with this game. All right, we're gonna try him one more time, and if that doesn't work, then we're gonna move on to the. We're gonna move on to like the doors. I think that's okay. Just we don't need a lot of. We've got. I mean, literally, one of the beautiful things about this game is right now where I am. Let me put that there. Right now where I am. Ooh, proximity effect. Goodness. Right now where I am is one world that's open out of a possible. I think I have the other world after it open as well. I can literally go and get jiggies from any of those worlds, and I only need 2 more in order to open the next world anyway. So, okay, so the inverted. Oh, that's not gonna do it. He just mildly irritated at that point. He turned around. That's not what I was hoping for. Oh my goodness! Is there really a distance limit there on whether you can? I know I did that earlier. There we go. There we go. See, sometimes you can do splash. Excuse me. Sometimes you can do some like splash damage, no big deal, and then sometimes you hit him point blank and it's no big. Like he doesn't. I better move for those boxing gloves. Come get me. Like that. That's the. Thank you for the demonstration there. I appreciate that. Boxing glove. Okay. Stop. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna go grab that honeycomb over there on the far end, and then I'll take it back to the sky and try not to. I don't know why that my instinct is to tap the one of the triggers at the same. Maybe it's just to tap the trigger at the same time, but I guess it is. I mean, it has to be to some measure because I keep ground pounding the frickin' ground. Okay, I'm gonna not shoot because that's gonna get me. Okay. All right, let's try this again. I will say the inverted does feel better for me. I don't feel like, I mean, obviously I'm not just nailing everything here. That should have been plenty though, that one. Okay, that's fine. LOL, I thought you were pulling my leg with the placement of this inflation tube. I said, nah, it's clearly his belly button. But no, that's... yeah, no, it is not his belly button. I feel like that's something that they tried to pull over on him as well. Okay, that's fine. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I was noticing that, you know, Rare, that's the thing. Rare, especially at this time. Rare were super clever guys. I feel like there's a good like they did that, and I feel like there's a big reason that they were like Mr. Paget. You know, different time and different obstacles and all that to overcome. But oh wow, did you just cough that straight up at me? How did you do that? Okay. Let's see. Can we? Oh. Can we hit this? Can I bird bomb over here? I had forgotten I could even do that. Okay, so that might actually help me dodge. I had forgotten about that. I forget that the moves you get in this one are you still have I forget you still have the moves from the previous one in some instance, so in some instances rather they'll still come in handy. I also believe that those boxing gloves can actually come up on your flight pad. I'm fairly certain of it. Oh, you know what? I know why. Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, I know why it is that his, that I keep pulling the trigger when I jump is because you have to hit the Y button to go into egg mode, and I keep trying to shoot right off the bat. I get it. Okay, hold on. We're okay. I mean, we're not doing great. The best we've ever done was, you know, like 3 tries ago. Let's see. Okay, that's actually a pretty effective way so far of dodging. Oh, okay. We're at 4. Not too bad. And, right, that little one? Nope. Okay, that actually worked out better than I thought. I was expecting actually to just take the hit on that second one. I know it would be a very small group, but I wonder how many kids wound up with this title and not the first game. I don't know. That's actually a really good question. I know I did myself play them in order. But that's a good question. Worth dropping off here, Banjo, thank you. There we go. I don't know, that's a good question. I like I said, I myself was fortunate enough to come across there it is. Son of a gun. I was fortunate enough to come across the first title myself, but at the same time, there had to have been, right? There had to have been people, because I know people that played Seeds of Evil before Dinosaur Hunter, and I know people that played I know people that did that. Obviously, there are people that have played the Mario games out of order as well, so I mean, I don't know. These are getting really tricky to hit here, by the way. There we go, that's the little one I was trying to hit. Okay. As he gets smaller, he gets faster. Well, obviously that, and the targets get smaller too. I'm gonna try, he's gonna cough here in a second. I'm gonna try and get the heck out of the way. Cool. Okay, that actually worked out. I don't see where the last patch is on him, though. Oh, there it is. The little blue one on the front of his stomach. Can patches. Got him. I didn't think I was gonna get that off in time. Okay, sorry about the silence there. Uh-oh, looks like trouble. You should have had, those are all very large holes that you have in you. Oh my goodness. Okay, did it, thank goodness. I knew a guy who had the first Super Mario Bros. 2 and not the first game. I told him his parents were weird for doing that. Yeah, well, it's a little weirder even when you have the game and it's called Super Mario 2, right? Oh, I could do that. I forgot I could zoom in the air. It is a little, I think it is a little bit more odd when the game is actually named, you know, there's an indication that it's the second one in there. It's the second installment in a franchise. I do think that that's a little bit, but at the same time, I mean, if that's just what's there, then that's what's there. Mario 64, Banjo 1, Killer Instinct Gold, Snowboard Kids, WWF No Mercy, and WCW versus NWO Revenge were my favorite games as a kid on the 64. Yes, to all of those. So Snowboard Kids, probably one of my favorite games. That and the second one, honestly, probably some of my favorite games ever. And some music, some games that the music was phenomenal on too. My Snowboard Kids is actually complete in box because of how much I loved it. I had to find one that was I wanted to find one that was complete in box. Says I want to give Mario 64 a good try again. I don't know if it's worth recommending this, but I'll throw it out there. I did get the the remastered versions for the Nintendo 64. Oh, I know. I gotta go to. I know what I have to do. I bought the physical version because I wanted to. I wanted the physical version. It was a collectible. They said, "Oh, it's March 31st. It's gonna go away," and it didn't. I forgot how layered this was. I really enjoyed Killer Instinct Gold back then. I love Killer Instinct. I'm not good at it. I was never good at the combo style fight. I always was better at the like striking. I would love Nintendo to get that IP and bring it back. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think that would be fantastic. The thing that I was mentioning on that was the All-Star 3D Collection. They said it was supposed to go out on March 31st. According to what I'm seeing, it looks like a lot of the retailers, third-party retailers, were not very adamant on... I guess Nintendo wasn't adamant, rather, to have the stock pulled from the third-party shelves. And it's actually a pretty darn, depending on, obviously, your controller. Alright, it's a pretty darn good little port / slight upscale for Mario 64. It's definitely more comfortable to play on that controller than the 64 controller. Okay, well, I did know that, so... I'll go ahead and take you out and take your health. There we go. But it's pretty nice. It's a really nice version of Sunshine. It's definitely... I mean, Galaxy was already pretty stellar, and then the 64 one is still in... It's still in a 4:3 aspect ratio, which I think is a little charming to it. But it looks good and is easy to see. I've been contemplating on doing one, if not all three of those games at some point on the channel. I do know that the game that I have up next for the channel, I've made mention for anybody who wasn't on the previous one. I put a poll up. You don't have to participate, but if you do want to, there's a poll up asking about my favorite game, and if anyone would be interested in watching me go through and play that one, which I am decently skilled at, I guess. More so probably than these, which is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And the problem with it, however, is that it is an RPG and can be a little story dense and a little heavy. I've streamed RPGs before, but that doesn't necessarily mean you guys would enjoy that, and that's a big piece of the puzzle. So if it is something that you'd enjoy and you do want to let me know on the poll, please do. If you don't want to participate, that's okay, and if you're just willing to be along for the ride, that's also okay. Let's see. I never played Snowboard Kids 2 and was in shock there was a Snowboard Kids game on the DS. Only found out about that recently. Yeah, I don't think I've played it in forever, but it's not quite the same. Snowboard Kids 2 also disappointed me a little bit. There's a mechanic in Snowboard Kids 1 that I really like, which is that if you have coins, you pick up coins, and if you don't pick up enough coins, it's like Mario Kart where you have the blocks. I think I'm going to call Witchy World here for a second. I think I'm going to move on just to the next one for the fun of it, just for variety. And I'll probably come back because I love Witchy World, but just for the sake of variety, I'll move on to the next one for the moment. Can't you read, Furbag? All food must be consumed in the theme park. Take it off me, I don't care. I gave the fries to the girl anyway. And I gave the burger to the guy, the kid. You can have it. I think I'm going back to the plateau. You have a channel where the game doesn't really matter to me. I mean, it's cool to see games I love, but the streams are just really chill no matter what you play. Omega sent a thumbs up as well. If that's in reference to my channel, I'll say this to be clear, AR, if that's in reference to my channel, then thank you so much. That is probably one of the highest compliments I could receive, is that the main meat and potatoes of my content isn't the part you come for. You come for a piece that I kind of don't look at so much, and I think that that's actually a tremendous compliment. So thank you so very much. That means a lot. Oh yeah, I know how to use the split up pads now though, so that'll do. I did learn all the moves. All right, and I can pack whack now. I like this for getting extra jump, like it gives you a little extra jump height. Really neat, or length rather, distance. There we go. Yeah, the idea of it. I mean, it's such a big. I told a story about it last time. I don't want to bore anyone or belabor it, but by telling it again, you know, it's not because it's not. I get it. It wouldn't be all that important to everybody else, but the game was remarkably important to me for a reason that I didn't go away. A reason I didn't really expect it would be. You know, back when it came out, I guess this is about 20 years ago. The game is a little younger than that, but not much. And it was just something I really like to play, and it's something I like to share. But at the same time, there's a lot of story and a lot of talking in the game, and so what I figure I'll do is it has subtitles automatically as a default option. People will be able to read the deeper dialogue if they want, and then bonk. Bonk. Son of a gun, he won't bonk anyone. I gotta stop saying it and he'll do it. But yeah, the game, I can summarize kind of what happens in the game. It's one of the few games that I know well enough that the dialogue, I can just about quote the dialogue verbatim pretty well all the way through the game. But it's just, it's not because I'm got a great memory, it's because I've been playing it I've played it that much and for that long. And it's Star Wars. Star Wars is so fun. I mean, I know not everybody is a Star Wars fan, but it's just, to me, Star Wars is just it's such a fun unit. Well, there's a lot of politicking that's going on with it right now, and I don't want to get into the weeds with that, but when you leave all of that out of it, it's just a fun world. It's a fun little overly simplified world of, I just got hit by a pterodactyl with goofy teeth. Well, dang. Yeah, it's a fun, you know, I think we do it all the time. We have our forms of escapism, right? We have our video games and our books. I like to read a lot, as well. And that's not meant to come across as any sort of a, I like to read, I'm well educated. We're all literate, we all know. But we all have our forms of like escapism. And Star Wars, the Star Wars universe and Star Wars world is kind of a little world that if I'm having a little bit of a rough time, I'm like, hey, let me read a story about someone else having a rough time in a fictitious world, and then I can be like, ah, that's cool. And I come out of it and I'm like, all right, good, you know, by comparison, glad I'm not in that guy's position. And then, you know, things aren't as bad. I don't usually have a lot of, but I'm a decently positive guy. I like to think. I don't usually have a lot of bad days. I'm usually pretty happy. Oh, I don't know the little boots. I like the music of Hellfire Peaks. I like that it's like all like big brass. It's really, really cool. Kind of got this like Greek Colosseum. Thank you. Greek Colosseum feel. I think that's really cool. This like gladiatorial fanfare. I think that's neat. That ping noise really confused me then. I thought I turned off my 360 with my knee. Sorry about that. And then I go off and I'm making sound effects. I'm Michael Winslowing the is it Michael Winslow, right? It's Michael Winslow that was in Police Force. That's right. I think so. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyway, he did the sound effects for the Police Force movies and such, and I'm over here like in the microphone, so. Mumbo. I'm not near as skilled as he was. Like, I can't sound like anything like, I don't sound like anything anybody knows. I just sound like a general popping sound effect. Okay. Let's do this real quick. One second. Sorry about this. There we go. Sent a message back to Anna. So sorry about that. I didn't think it was going to take very long, so I didn't want to like pause it and bore you, but at the same time, I wanted to make sure I got to her in time because what she was asking me was time sensitive. Go away, pterodactyl. I've turned my 360 on 6 times in 2 days with my knee. I think it needs a new place to stay. Under this desk isn't the place. Yeah, I mean, well, you know, they oh, that's right. Can we call? We can't, can we? Can we call Chuffy here? Mumbo, you call Chuffy. Chuffy's Lodnor and Glitter Gulch mine. Would you like Chuffy to pick you up? Yeah, bring him in. Come on in, Chuffy. You gonna pick me up? Yeah, they made it, it's a cool feature, but at the same time, they made it where there wasn't a button on the 360, and that was so frustrating sometimes. Oh, you know what? Chuffy's still not the sick patient, though. I gotta put that kid on there, right? And then I gotta heal him. Mumbo's still gonna be confused. Let me make sure I'm not wrong. Vein empty, need patient. Cipher. Yeah, that's it. Okay. This was kind of cool because this is technically the overworld, and in the overworld, you can still be Mumbo, and you can still, like, there's still puzzle solving to do. Ah, go away. There's still puzzle solving to do. So even though we're not in a world and there's nothing really Mumbo can do, outside of that specific thing, the healing, you have to put all the pieces together. So you put the, I think it's the little Triceratops that is at Witchy World. I believe she's actually the sick one. And then she gets put in the train, and then Mumbo uses heal magic, and then that's the... Sent a small dono. Looks like I gotta help you set up the notification. Oh, well, thank you so much, Omega. I don't know a lot about the thank you so very much. You would be my first ever donation. I don't have a thing for. I didn't anticipate it would ever happen. So thank you so very much. Whoa, goodness. I mean, I guess it certainly wouldn't if I didn't put a thing up for it, but at the same time, I just kind of was like, you know. Well, thank you. I guess I have a little thing, little stream elements thing, but I didn't really set a lot of that up. Anna's more of a guru than I am. So she kind of did some stuff, and I don't know what all's done. Yeah, I think there's a stream element something or another there, but I don't know how it works or anything. I don't know all of that. Anna's more of the guru, so she kind of... There's stuff set up that I don't necessarily know the extent of. But thank you so very much. I was trying to think of... I don't even know what I can... Okay, thank you so much. Speaking of which, I just wanted to, oh, well, thank you. I like I said, that's super kind of you. I very much appreciate it. Let me, blow this up. You know, and that's the thing, too. I don't, I don't know, I very much appreciate it. I did, one of the things I had done, it's interesting how things have evolved. But I used to do. Oh, there's Brintilda. I have also done in the past, and I feel like that this is. It's not a bad thing at all. But like it's kind of like the busking thing where you go out and you're doing you're working on a I've done it before where I'll go out and I'll do like a card magic something or another. You know, I do that. I like the gambling stuff, but I know magic tricks, and so I'd go and do that, and then you have the like hat and you have people that do that. This is the it feels similar in a way, which is kind of interesting. It's just an interesting feeling. 20 doubloons for a Jiggy. I mean, I guess the Jiggy is technically made of gold, but my goodness. I can't remember where all the doubloons are, though. Oh, I kind of do. Kind of. So this is where things get a little bit tricky when it comes to the, for anybody who hasn't really played this game or is feeling really new to it. This is one of the, there we go. This is one of the areas that does have, I don't know why they decided to do it. Forget it, Punk, you won't be needed to learn this one, just Flea Girl there. To be fair, he's a lot nicer when you don't need Banjo than when you don't need Kazooie. Raymond's just like, ah, you're a punk, but that's kind of cool, because there's a whole genre of music named after that. And then for the other one, it's like, ah, you kind of suck, go away. Dang it. What happened? Is this Captain Blubber? Is this his shop? Yeah, I think so. How you going? Oh, okay, that's a... Yo, hey, 21, or Sandwich? I don't know if it's best to call you which one. I'll say Sandwich if that's okay. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. We're playing a chill Banjo, Tooie. And we're on Jolly Roger Lagoon. All me wave racers are shipwrecked, and the last one was eaten by a fish yesterday. Tell you my last possession for one. One doubloon. Yeah, I'll buy it. Here's a doubloon. A fine new flying machine. Okay, I couldn't remember that whole story between Blubber. I remember we gave him gold blocks after gold block. Oh, this'll help. This'll help me run across water. To save... Oh, there's the balloons over here. Okay, cool. Oh, I inverted it now. How it works, you invert it and then all of a sudden you get used to the other way. The minute you say it, you're like, ah. It does feel better to be inverted, though. But yeah, the majority of this... I don't know why they decided to do this. All of these names are acceptable. I always picture Mega Man eating 21 tiny sandwiches. I don't know. It always makes me think of... oh, Smokey and the Bandit, I think. When the sheriff comes in and he's like, I need a... I can't remember what kind he got. It was like a barbecue sandwich. That's what it makes me think of. I need a barbecue sandwich and a Diet Coke, I think he said. Of course, that was Jackie Gleason being Jackie Gleason. Jackie Gleason, by the way, this is a fun little random trivia for anybody who even cares about Jackie Gleason. Was an actual... He did he played the... what was it? The Hustler. He played Minnesota Fats, right? And it was fun to find out that Jackie Gleason was actually himself a remarkable billiard player. He was actually, I mean, whether he used, I mean, hustle would be dictated as whether he was a hustler or not would be determined by whether or not he chose to. Would be determined by whether or not he chose to be dishonest about his skill level. But Yeah, he was actually apparently a very talented. I forget where. Oh, I hear the music. We're in Grundy Industries. I hear the music. I actually like the music. Grundy Industries quite a lot. Oh, we can get you. No. I own the Hustler. Such a good. Yeah. It's a. Minnesota Fats was great as a billiard hustler, but finding out that Jackie Gleason was actually using mostly his own whole technique, his own billiard technique in that, and that he himself was actually a brilliant billiards player. That was pretty cool. Thanks, Giant Teddy Bear. Our water is now crystal clear, but my brother still has 3 arms. Come on. I think this one's a Mean Joe. Okay, I cleaned your water up, but I didn't do anything to fix you guys. I'm sorry about that. I know you guys are mutated. Okay, what else am I supposed to do? Looks much cleaner, thanks. Temperature problem. Temperature problem. There's a temperature problem. Really? He's got 3 arms. You're being a little picky, don't you think? Okay, this should be 20. Are there only 21? I don't know if that's the case. I didn't know that there was only 21 doubloons to be gotten. Yeah, I like, this is probably no surprise, knowing some of you guys knowing about me, what you do, but I like hustler-style movies. I like some of which are ridiculous. Like, for example, so Hustler is obviously great. Maverick. Sandwich, Coke, and a bag of chips. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's something charming about the simplicity of that too. I don't know. I like that. I like that quite. That's why I like. I guess that's why I like Jimmy John so much. It's just the simplicity of the sandwich. 21, such a popular number. Yeah, that's true. My favorite number is very unironically 13. At least I don't feel like that it's ironic any longer. I feel like that's a fairly common, popular number, but it's still 20. I wish there was a haggle interface like Leisure Suit Larry, or no, not Leisure Suit Larry. What had a Space Quest? Yeah, I'll take it. Let's see some gold. Here's 20 doubloons, all in one convenient giant doubloon. Yeah, so I like Maverick. I like watching 21. You know, I like card movies a lot, and billiards too. I do find myself critiquing. I was watching. Dude, what was it? I love James Bond. But I hadn't seen the Daniel Craig. Now I've only seen one. Anna said you gotta watch Casino Royale, and so she got me to watch Casino Royale, which I don't regret at all. But I did find myself, and she was probably just frustrated with me at the end of it. She's like, yeah, be quiet during the movie or something. She's not. She's very sweet, but I'm surprised. I would be surprised if she weren't at least somewhat frustrated with me. And but like I was watching the dealers deal the cards in Casino Royale, and they're pushing these like giant plaques across the table. For anybody who's seen it, you get poker chips, but when you're starting to deal with hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars, you get these big things called plaques. And I'm watching them play for these like millions of dollars and pushing these plaques across the table. And then I'm watching the dealer, like as they do as they reveal the hands, Mad Mickelson and then they reveal the hands. And I'm not spoiling specifically what happens. But as they reveal it, the dealer like pushes the cards up. He like pushes the cards up into to show the hands that are being made in the game, like what hand is being made. And I'm sitting there going, you've got guys that threw in plaques with hundreds of thousands to, if not millions of dollars. You don't think they understand the hand that was made and the winning hand, like the minute that you flop the river, right? The minute the river came up, everybody knew who won and who lost. Anybody who decided to pay to play that to pay to see that last card knew exactly what their hand was. I've got all the Bond films. See, I love all the old ones. I've seen the classic ones. I just hadn't seen all of the Craig films. I was real partial to Pierce Brosnan's Bond. Although I did like the Man with the Golden Gun because of Christopher Lee. I liked where I liked Scaramanga a lot. I thought he was really cool. Oh, I gotta pay. Shoot, I do have to have doubloons. I can't. I remember I need to do like a. They did it for the viewers. Yeah, I know. But it's like, which makes a lot more sense. It's just like one of those things where I'm sitting there and I'm like, come on. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it makes much more sense for people that don't play poker. But I feel like everybody knows Texas Hold'em these days too. That's me just being silly. I know it. Skyfall's one of the best Daniel Craig films. I'm excited to get to that. We're supposed to go through watching all of them. I don't. I can't afford it right now. Sorry. That's a shame. I was hoping you'd deal with that rodent rascal. Well, I mean, I'll definitely go in there because I need to, because I know that rodent rascal's someone I need. Oh, and now we have the pirate, Captain Black Eye, fearless pirate and scourge of the sea, who was pictured in the first game at Mad Monster Mansion, never revealed, but apparently he was supposed to be in the original, like, Project Dream or whatever this game was originally supposed to be. And so when you go and pester him, he says stuff like, "I were in this fine, shiver me timbers, these seasick tablets, golly gave me are mighty useless." You would be less seasick if you drank less. Splice the main brace. One more press there. You don't even have a sword on you. You got a gun though. I gotta just be scared. There's no way that's a glass of water. Also, this is kind of fun. And this, okay. This is kind of fun. I'm also a fan of Man with the Golden Gun. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to go through the Craig films. I think I've only seen GoldenEye. GoldenEye's pretty, yeah. Skyfall and Casino Royale, the only good. I've heard that. I'm interested to see them all still. But Casino Royale, obviously I'm going to be a little partial to, Casino Royale because of the card stuff. I know that that's a bias, and that's my own, you know. I had a dream once, though. What he's saying now in this drunken stupor of his is basically in reference to the previous game, which I believe was Project Dream. And that's his, I had a dream once, and I were in this fine game, I think is the next one he says. A bear stole, no, never mind, stole me look a bit like you he did, which was when they changed it all up. Oh, well, okay. But any which way. It's kind of cool because if you look at the picture here, if you did happen to Omega, you made mention of this. If you do happen to look, someone did happen to get the game first, and they look at this picture and they look at this picture, they would find out where to get the pink Stop and Swap egg in the first game at Shark Food Island. Quantum of Solace has a hot Bond girl though. Well, I mean, hey, good movies can be. Good movies are what you make of them. That's, you know, whatever you find to be the good part of the movie. If that makes it a good movie for you, more power to you. I support you. My regret is kind of not getting that MCU 4K. 4K collection, but I kind of already had a good part of the movies. Yeah. That makes. I mean, it's. And let's be completely fair, Thumb. I mean, if you have, you may be talking about what I'm thinking. If you're talking about what I'm thinking, you're talking about. If most of us have Disney Plus too, which does broadcast in 4K, as I understand it, and it has almost all of them on it. So, It's not like the accessibility of it's gone. As a collector, that's nice, but yeah. Quantum of Solace is one of the most confusing movies I've ever seen. LOL. They did the James. So I was also an avid collector, and I have been, of the James Bond games. First one I actually have is even it's for the Atari. Believe it or not, it's a 007 Atari game. Sub-Aqua egg game, which is super important in this level. One second. Okay, send a message out. Thoughts on gold member? Thoughts on gold member? I said picked up individually. Okay, yeah. Thoughts on gold member? It's I watched 3/4 of my way through it. I realized it's not the quality that the first two movies are. Just particularly the first one. But there's something about that character that is really cool. Anna and I usually do that. We'll be like, "Oh, you toit like a tiger," and that's just our well, 1 second. I had to reposition myself. I was falling off. That's when we, if you she goes to the gym, we go to the gym or whatever, and she's muscles are sore or whatever. That's the thing. Oh, you're tight like a tiger. Smoking a pancake, obviously. There we go. Sorry, and the good news about that is that sounded like a sneeze. I think the MCU collection had probably special bonuses. I hear you about the digital streaming series that I love. I've got to have the physical. I'm that way too. It's. I guess there's some reconciliation that I find in at least knowing I have access to them if I wasn't able to. That maybe makes me feel a little bit better. But that makes sense. That does make perfect sense. Because like this game right here, I'm playing on the digital version through Game Pass, but I have the physical because I enjoy it so much. So I completely understand it. Okay. I don't remember how to get that. Having trouble breathing underwater? Go see the shaman. Yeah, I know what I got to do, but I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about. I don't remember how to get. I don't remember how to get that. Water's not high. Cheeto page down there though. All right, fine. There's probably a switch down there to. Now they include physical and digital. Yeah, I've seen that. I remember when they were doing it at the very beginning. It was through Ultraviolet, which does that even still exist? Is that still a thing? My lady and I still collect a ton of physical movies just in case we run into internet issues. That's definitely a good idea. That's definitely not a bad idea. Now there is one big thing that I think is super important, and I was reading. I'm a little weird. I read through. When you see the EULAs, the end user license agreements for some of the games, I do have a tendency to read through some of them ever so often, just depending. And I don't know how to. Do I have a global? I did pick it up. Okay, sorry, I got sidetracked there for a second. I got a message at the same time I couldn't remember if I had a global. At the same time I got another message. My phone was blowing up. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was going through the end user license agreement though, specifically in this case of Tekken 7, and it's super scary not to be able to own physical, and this is why I do absolutely back physical versions, specifically of games, but I think DVDs and videos it probably is applicable as well. Is you basically don't have a right. Your right to that digital copy still is subject to you being in compliance with typically the company. So Tekken's was Bandai Namco, excuse me. And oh shoot, I forgot about that. if you were, you know, doing stuff that you considered to be, they had, there's a piece in there. It's like section 3 of the specific article was like, hey, if you do something we don't like, then we can revoke your copy of your digital access to the copy of the game. And I was thinking, oh, that's just multiplayer. Sorry, I'll stop texting. No, honestly, I would happily give my number to you guys. You guys are great, but it's, Anna is out doing some stuff. She texted me, and then I was having a conversation with some other buddies of mine about about something that's a lot heavier than this stream. Not a bad thing, but a thing that's definitely a lot heavier than this stream. That I don't want to. And I think I have to pick this up in my backpack. That tank top? Are you a tip top or a tank top? I got The Office on DVD and I'm happy. I've never seen The Office, or I've never seen the American one. I've only ever seen the British one, the Ricky Gervais one. I wanted to pick up a Nightmare on Elm Street digitally, or pick up a Nightmare on Elm Street, yes, digitally, but a 4K copy that includes the digital version is inevitable, so I'm waiting patiently. Oh yeah, that's a great, yeah. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to pick that up at some point. I mean, I could slam on it, but I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, it doesn't. I'm supposed to pick it up and take it somewhere. I think I'm supposed to take it into the little caged room I did earlier, but I don't remember. So, yeah, I think that's where it is. The one that's, I can see it up there. But at least now I know how to get into it, so that's okay. I'm going to go... oops, shoot. I'm going to go make the water breathable. And just as a side note, I probably won't be on for too terribly much longer. I'll start winding down just because I've got a lot of things that are coming in all of a sudden, some of which I have to address and some of which I don't. But want to make sure that I can address those that do need it, so... I want your help. Yes, I want your help again. You didn't even help me the first time. You came back and sat down. Now, granted, I was controlling you when that happened, but still. I blame you. I like Mumbo. Still, I said it the very first time. He is adorable. He's like one of my favorite little... Look, watch this, watch this. Ready? Up, 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 up. He's so happy. Big blue eyes. He's going to, This is the biggest spell he does in the game. Oxygenated water. It's not the oxygen. That's the thing, though. Water is oxygenated. That's the problem. Shine big light on water. It now has plenty oxygen. Bear and bird. If you add additional oxygen molecules, it becomes not water. And if you take away hydrogen, it just becomes oxygen, so the water would be gone too. That's the problem with oxygenated. There was a really cool study. This is probably gonna, I don't want to bore anybody with this, but there was a really cool study made on liquid oxygen, which is absolutely not water. It's its own thing. But you still don't want to. You can breathe it, but it's still liquid oxygen, so you have a higher chance of coming down with pneumonia just from breathing. It was it's an old study though. It's a pretty old study. I want to say it's like started in '76 or something like that. '77 maybe. It's a decently old study on it. But yeah, water's got oxygen already in it. That's part of what makes it water. Okay. Mumbo. I do really like the music down here. It's just something really, really calming and really chill. Oh, I need the kazooie move for that. I do think, I don't know if it's doing it on your guys' screen as well. Maybe it's just mine, but it does seem like the screen is actually kind of swimming a little bit too. Maybe to give, that may have been put in the game to give the effect of water motion. I don't know. I can't quite tell. It's kind of disorientating, but it's not ridiculously so. We have ice eggs now, so we can... It took me forever to figure out you could actually freeze these guys. And... did you have to hit them right in the... I think you have to hit them in the open mouth. or at least as close as, you know. But I when I very first played this, the very first time I played, I didn't freeze him at all. I just made my way through it. And took the damage where I needed to take the damage, pretty much. They didn't even change... The one thing I also think was kind of interesting is they didn't even change the name up on this. It's just flat Atlantis. Okay, I think I have to use grenade eggs on the eyes of the lids. I'm gonna take that triple clef, though. Son of a gun. Like, hey, you could stay to your side of the road, please? Thank you. Not even a two-lane thing. Go. Goodness. Alright, I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna get this treble clip. Another aggressive driver. I see him. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, there's something... I like this music. It's... What is it about water levels being the least satisfying, but the music of them being epic? Donkey Kong Country... I think is fairly ubiquitously considered one of the most impressive songs that was done on it, and it's the water level, but underwater ambience I think it is, but a lot of people opt not to play those levels because it's a water level. Ah, what happened? Was this one behind me, or did that other one just kind of come back together? My goodness. Yeah, and the other thing I don't quite like is I like the idea of when you kill something that stays dead, but not in this one. In this one, the octopus, there are multiple, so octopode, the octopode, come back, they unfreeze, they all unfreeze, and then the squid obviously will come back to life as well. Ozzy and the Wild Mask has some cool music. It's really DKC inspired too. Yeah, I watched. I think it was. I believe I watched and commented on some of your gameplay of it. I want to say. I've been away. Those eels. I want to say, yeah, I was watching some of that, and I think that was the one I was saying I wanted to pick up. Yet again, I've watched quite a few, and so forgive me if I'm wrong on that. But yeah. It looks super cool. Alright, Talon Torpedo. That's good. That's what I needed. Cool. Alright. I tried not to say bonk that time, and I did. I succeeded, and he still didn't bonk, so... 1 in 7 chance, and I've seen him 6 times, or no, 6 times. You gotta bonk sometime. Son of a gun, these eels. And yes, for anybody who is curious, I'm gonna throw this out there. It is a really cool game. I did say octopode. It's not octopi, it's octopode. Somebody, I'm just teasing. I don't think any of you guys particularly care, but I used it, the plural of it, and I remember what exactly the thing was, but she was not happy. She was not happy, but it's like, no, it's got to be octopi. And I'm like, no, it's not, I promise. It's Greek, and we're putting Latin suffixes on it. The Greek word. So, but she was really nice. Definitely worth checking out if you. I love platformers. That's definitely not I appreciate that. All right, I gotta remember this. It's pi squiggle omega. Pi squiggle omega. Squiggle triangle triangle. Let's see. Pi squiggle omega. Squiggle triangle triangle. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, let's see if we can... That's omega. Nope. This one first. Okay, and then it's this one. And then it's this one. And then, did I say squiggle, triangle, I think. So it's this one, then the other one. Twice. 2 of you. There we go. Yeah, I was about to say that too. I was like, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm certainly happy to talk about talk about specifically the stuff you were doing. You're, you know, looking forward to seeing the next gameplay if you're doing the Shadow Man one. I think you said, and then, you know, I'm definitely happy to talk with you on that or talk about that. But in this instance, I was. Oh shoot, I remember this. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this one alone for now. This is an escort mission, but the worst kind. He wants to take pictures, and so what you have to do is you have to go underwater. Video games for fun. Hello, plus looking at title, I thought there were going to be no talking or something. Omega said exactly that thing. So silent streaming in this case was referring to that I hadn't tweeted or put any fanfare or preamble or anything into letting people know I was going to be streaming. I just hopped on, streamed. That was why it was for those who were listening, and you popped in. So Omega called that though. He told me, he's like, yeah, I thought it was going to be the mic. So, or people are going to think that. You were right, Omega. You were spot on. But thanks for popping in nonetheless. I want my Shadow Man sessions to move. I'm excited for it. It will. I have no doubt of that. You know, I get it. So, but it's gonna be awesome. No worries. Banjo Tooie snap. Yeah, this is frustrating because this is the worst part of Escort, basically. So he's in this cage. I may try it once just to demonstrate how ridiculous it is. He's in this cage, which basically, the idea of it is he wants to take pictures. And if he takes pictures, these little sharks or piranhas, I don't remember, but something that hurts, comes down and will bite at him. And it's my job to shoot them all off. The problem is that he's in the dead center, so I actually have to protect the donut. I don't have the need, I can't like centralize myself and then shoot. I have to like move around. They keep attacking me. Why don't I get a spear gun? Yeah, that would be a thing. Camera was too expensive. I had no doubloons left. Perhaps you could protect me while I'm down there instead. I don't want to, but I'm going to do it once just to show how awful it is. If I succeed, great. If I fail, that's fine too. But just to be completely fair, you're in a cage. They should be fine. Okay, I have a few chores and ate lunch. I can finally look over the script again. Oh, fantastic. Well, I hope it's useful. But he's down here. I can try to. Hope you're ready. Here they come. All right. So the idea is that they pop out, and I'm supposed to be able to shoot them and pick them all off. Yeah, they got him. But you have to do that. It would be different if they had to do that for 10, 15 seconds. But you don't. You have to... Yeah, no, I'm not going to try harder next time. No, I don't want to try again. I didn't want to try in the first place. I just wanted to demonstrate how ridiculous... I'm not going down there and this shiny thing is staying in my shorts. I don't think I want that now that I have that information. Thank you. It's the worst part of an escort mission because it's... And not only that, the timer is just completely unreasonable because you're sitting there and you're doing that for literally 45... What was it? 45 seconds or something like that? It's more than half a minute. And I'm just like, my goodness. Have I done it before? Absolutely. Do I want to do it again? No. Will I if I'm short on jiggies? Yeah, probably. Well, I'd much rather go and do one of the mini games instead, honestly. But one of these has... Is this the... That's the one I was just in. I don't... Electric eels are... No, I'm good. Yeah, but anyway, Omega, to your thing, yet again, like I said, I did something... I did it as if it were something I was presenting. If it pops up... If it pops up that you don't, you know, that you don't like it or don't decide to use it, I won't take offense. So... Have fun, have a free read. See what you think. Flimsy crosshair almost. Yeah, so here's the thing. The crosshair in this was made to snap back to the center. And so you have very little control over where it actually stays. And when it moves, the problem with if the screen stayed still, that would be okay, I guess. But when you start moving it, the camera moves as well. So you have to fight between the camera moving out of frame and the reticle moving dead center again. Well, I'm currently having toast for breakfast with no crispy bacon. I'm happily avoiding that myself. One of these things will come alive, I'm pretty sure. This one. Maybe two of them do. This one? Nah. Well, it's nice to know. I guess it's breakfast there too. Yeah, that's true. I forget. I keep forgetting that the time difference is pretty big. Because here it's almost 5 p.m. It's 4 past 4. Okay. Did I have... Wait, no, I didn't. Yeah, I don't... Well, I think one of the... Also to the silent piece of things, to the not using the microphone. I like microphones. Just as a side note, for anything, if it ever pops up again, if I say silent stream, I'm typically going to be referring to that I didn't announce it anywhere else, and that makes me... I'm always appreciative when people show up, but I'm even more so when people show up and there's no, advert essentially saying to show up or asking for that. I like microphones a lot, so if I ever say silent stream, it's usually probably in reference to the that I haven't advertised or anything like that. So that way there's hopefully no confusion in the future. Sorry about that. But thank you guys all for showing up. I really do appreciate. Heavy Waves, welcome in. Thank you very much for popping in. I was just talking about how this was a silent stream, and I was appreciative for everybody who had found it and decided to jump in, and so yeah, thank you guys. Well, thank you for popping in. Thank everybody for popping in. Thank you everyone for coming in and spending a couple minutes or however long you've been here. Some of you guys have been here for a couple of hours. Omega, you've been here since the beginning. Thank you guys so much for stopping in and saying hi and watching me do a whole bunch of weird and random stuff with a video game that I enjoy. What color is he? Is he he's kind of like an orange, right? Okay, I can't remember, like burnt sienna kind of. Which microphone are you currently using? I am using my favorite microphone of all time. I say that's not fair. I'm using my favorite microphone that I own, which is the Neumann TLM 103. It is my favorite microphone of all time. I have two. At least it's not Silent Hill, like the games, I'll be honest. Yeah. Oh, here we go. There's a launchpad. Yeah, so real quick to address it. I have there are a couple of favorite microphones that I have. My favorite microphone of all time is the AKG C214 XL2. And that's just because not only does it sound really great, but it's also got a ton of hardware polar patterns in it. It's 9 polar patterns, and it's got some really great roll-off options and attenuation options and so on and so forth. And second, the Neumann U87 and U87AI, respectively. Those are expensive. Those are about $3,300 though, so I don't really have one of those. And this one probably comes in third of my all-time favorites. This is the Neumann TLM 103. A very nice, slightly bright microphone that gives decently transparent sound, but at the same time just puts the slightest boost on the high ends for clarity and making me sound a little bit more happy and punchy and such. And I, of course, have a little EQ to give me a little bit more presence, a little bit more bass. Otherwise, a microphone will make me sound thin, so and voice thin, not weight thin. It'll make me sound voice thin, so you have to add a little bit of bass boost in that so that the lower frequencies of your voice are picked up appropriately. That's what I've got going. Let's see. But yeah, Silent Stream, not Silent Hill. That place is too scary. I like the Silent Hill games too. I love horror games though. I'm a little bit of a stickler. Also, you didn't rescue the fish from earlier, Retro? It depends on which one we're talking about. If we're talking about the one that got trapped under the boulder, I think I did. But if we're not talking about that one, I guess I didn't. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so in this case, I remember we're looking for a very special locker. I don't know why they felt the need, specifically for jam jars, to be so cryptic. We're looking for... I'm really starting to really not like this guy here. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay. So, but Heavy, I hope that answers your question, and I also hope that, I hope you asked because it sounds okay. Not because it's offensive or anything like that. That's my hope. Back in no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I haven't gotten that little guy yet. I don't know why I was thinking that he was in, I don't know. Oops, sorry, I bumped the mic. I don't know. I thought for whatever reason that he was in the plateau, but you're right. He is inspired. No, I haven't saved him yet. It sounds pretty good. I was gifted an Audio Technica AT2020. That's as deep as I've gotten with mic. That's a good microphone. That's a very good microphone. I never pay full price for microphones these days, just because I have had the fortune of not having to. Pawn shops carry them like crazy around here. Davy Jones. They carry. I gotta fight. I'm gonna fight. I think what I'll do is, I think Lord Wu Fac's in here. I think I'll fight him, and then if I can beat him, great. And if I don't, we'll call it the end here, no matter what happens, if that's okay. The Lexus dude, welcome in to the stream. I appreciate you for stopping in. Asked because you mentioned you had favorite mics. Yeah, I absolutely do. I use the microphones I typically use. I have, like I said, the Neumann TLM 103 is the one I'm using right now. And then my Player 2 and Player 3 mics are AKG C214s, which I really like. And then I have Player 4 and 5 mics, which are AKG P220s. And then mics for players all the way up to 10 are Samson CO1s. No, excuse me, CO2s. That's what I should be looking at. Pawn shops, I'm serious. My highest recommendation, I'll throw this out there. I hope I'll, let's see. We got a Yeti, but it was a gift, so I'm not exactly, I'm not exactly of this specific one's cost. I'm sure of. Yetis are nice USB microphones. They're usually, depending on if you get them with a game or not. Sometimes they came with games that you would get them for between $100 and $170, depending. That's US dollars in my instance, so that's whatever the equivalent would be. That's typically what they went for. Pawn shops though, they're absolutely insane. So this microphone right here, the Neumann TLM 103 it's an $1,100 microphone. And I didn't pay near that, just because, like, I don't think I couldn't have afforded to do that. Went by a pawn shop, and what you did with the script, wow. I hope you like it. Like I said, discard what you want, throw the whole thing out if you don't like it, but I thought it might be helpful. I hope it's something. Are a lot of people concerned about the recent discussions of the PlayStation systems and their digital stores clocks keeping the games we bought down? Yeah, actually, I had heard about that. I had heard about that, and I am definitely concerned about that. I have begun to download my library to an external source, but I don't know if that'll fix anything. I don't know if that'll help anything. I think they said July is the cutoff for that. Lexus, yes, we did get to talk in the Omega stream for a little bit. We sure did. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh yeah, but so Heavy Waves, just to address that, yeah, this is an $1,100 mic. I couldn't have afforded to pay that. I went to a pawn shop. They had it for $250, I think, and I literally just traded in some old stuff I didn't need anymore, microphones that were cheaper and stuff I just didn't need, and I walked out of there for $40, I think, is what I walked out of there for. I tested it, made sure it was a genuine article. They let me do that. And it was just a stroke of luck. But yeah, if you wander around pawn shops, you'll find something great. Inevitable. You will. Josh, hey, thanks for passing through. I know it's just a Josh passing through. But thanks for coming in, passing through. stopping by, all that good stuff. But yeah, that, and then my AKG C214s, those are normally, I think those are $3.99 a piece. I bought both of them for $70. So there's all kinds of cool things. Yeah, check pawn shops, man. I'm also, here's another thing. I guess I should pause and say this. I'm also really big into audio. I love audio, and microphones and all that. And I actually do get to work on the side with it a lot. And so I don't want to make a humongous promise and it become overwhelming, but I am looking to get great streamers and great people that are out there doing these kinds of things, good audio equipment. And if that's something that would be interesting, you guys would be interested in or need or have a desire to be a part of, let me know. I'll start trying to pick things up and send them out to you guys as I can. It may not be a Neumann, because like you said, that I think that was just a lucky bit of a lucky break, but you know, if you do a little bit of research and look into kind of some of there's just kind of general sound of what you're looking for, I'm looking to try and help people in any way I can. And that's something I have a little bit of knowledge on, so I'd certainly be happy to help with that a little bit if I can. Right on, Viddy. What's up, Josh? Oh, sorry. Lunch. I just had breakfast. I'm wrapping my head around times. I know. And then it's you know, an hour and a half away from supper here. It's insane. But there's a humongous difference too of not only the distance in terms of from left to right, but also the fact that we are on opposite sides of the equator. We're not on the same sides of the equator, and that has a pretty decent impact as well. I think this song is probably what I would consider to be the most epic of the boss fights. But so what I had said is I'm looking to do this fight. I'm looking to do this fight. If I win or if I lose, I'll call the stream at the end of this, just to keep it nice and concise and kind of keep a thing on it. And I've got some stuff I have to attend to as well afterwards, if that's all right. So I do want to say in advance, though, thank you for everybody who has stopped by. There we go. And it actually bleeds too. Not really blood, but I love audio as well, but not as technical at all. Everything right here, just listening to it, how I like stuff. Yeah, and that's what you have to. At the end of the day, that's what you have to do. One of my favorite things to do is get a decent set of headphones, pop it into your computer. It doesn't have to be great. Listen to a couple of different microphones. Just go through and look at like Audio-Technica microphones. I wear hearing aids, and I'm not necessarily a tech expert. That's how far I go with audio. Though my older brother, who is really into audio, advised me on audio parameters. That's good. That's definitely good. I have a good friend. I'll say his name, Aaron. I don't know if I can say his last name if he wants me to, but Aaron, and he is a professional audio engineer, great friend of mine for many, many years, and he took years just sitting there teaching me how things worked, and is still teaching me new stuff. So great thanks if he ever gets to see this. Aaron, if you do see this, thanks so much. Yeah, it took a while for me to learn even what I know now, and he knows exponentially more than I do. Literally throw a little exponent 9 up there, he knows that, you know, something like that. So thank you so much, Omega. Yeah, so that was the idea. The idea was to keep everything the way I wanted to do it was to try and keep it so that it was yours. I just wanted to add, you know, I put some of my kind of transition, and yet again, don't have to use it, none of that. But I wanted to make sure I included everything we talked about that you said you were interested in making mention of and talked about. And so I hope it helps. I hope it's some help. Retro, I mentioned from Omega, and you got my support, and I clicked the red button, and I supported you. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I saw I went and looked by your channel as well, and showed some, wanted to show some support in that instance. I saw some, I think you had 4 videos that I had seen on your channel that I went and took a look at. So, but I want to say thank you so much for that support, and thank you so much for popping in general, today as well. It's very kind of you. Okay, this is a little bit frustrating because you have to hit the target that they show you. And then on top of that, you're swimming in a decently confined space with this gigantic freaking angler here. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna get caught in the corner and he's gonna hit me with this one, isn't he? No, he didn't. Okay. It's, Viddy, this is, to what you said earlier, this is the most floppy aimer. Definitely. Definitely the most floppy aimer. It should just be a simple side-to-side, but I'm fighting with his aimer so much, I'm telling you. This reticle. Okay, I'm doing okay, but I'm also running incredibly low on ammo. I think there's ammo in the bottom corner. Wait, no, I need to stay on this side. Bottom corners of the map, I think. This one doesn't have as impressive of a predictive arc as the other one did. Let's see. I'm crediting you for the stuff. Oh, you don't have to do that, but thank you so much. I appreciate it for sure if you do decide to, but you certainly don't have to. You have 4 videos of my... No problem. I show my games. Well, thank you so very much. Yeah, I went and looked. The videos are very digestible, so I did go and take a look at all of those. They didn't take much time to get to take a look at, and it was pretty cool actually. I don't have the pleasure of a Lexus. I went and got I have a Hyundai Sonata, the model that they came out with before they started doing hit this fat. No, I can't. I got the Hyundai Sonata model they did before they started doing the Genesis series, which was before they did the T80, and I actually like it quite a lot. I mean, I would have loved to have had the Genesis, but at the same time, I'm not going to complain too much because it's got all the bells. I got the limited 2.0T option, so I like it. I mean, it's not. And it's black, of course. It's Sonata. It's got to be. I got it also because I love Castlevania. So my car is my Sonata of there's a, I can't remember which one it was. There's a Sonata. It's called Sonata though. It's not Moonlight Sonata. That's the music piece. But anyway, I got it because of that, and it plays Moonlight Sonata like a rock Moonlight Sonata when I get a phone call. What year Sonata? It's a 2019. I see you haven't subbed to the other way of fighting this boss, but no, I didn't. I should do that. I've always fought him as Banjo. I know that the other way is probably smarter, actually. It's actually probably much smarter. But I've always fought him as Banjo. I always go in here as Banjo. I've never done it the other way. Doesn't mean I shouldn't. But I'm catching what you're throwing there. It's the same aimer either way. Now I just gotta hit him in the eyes. Have I no sympathy? What are you talking about? You're... Oh, he caught me. Son of a gun. It's his eyes I'm supposed to hit, I'm fairly certain. There we go. Well, you... Wait, what happened? I don't know what... I think I got turned around there. Sorry, let me pause real quick. Catch up. Got a Sonata, but it's a hybrid. Yeah, mine regrettably is not a hybrid. It's got a pretty good tank on it, though. So many figures the current storage cell gen PS3s. I think that they should migrate. I think I mean, they're doing it for server space, but at the same time, I think that they're doing a lot of it was the classic stuff. You know, I don't feel like they would have a difficult time migrating that stuff, or at least getting people, you know, some way to get it after the fact. I mean, if you just migrate the purchases portion and don't make the entirety of the library available again, then that's still possible, because I'm sure that there are games on there that aren't really getting a lot. So I'm familiar with cars because I work on cars on the side. I like cars. My stepfather, my stepfather was a mechanic, and so I got to spend a lot of time working on stuff like that. Yep, I fought this guy. Yeah, that's. I've heard the phrase multiple. Whoa! Well, I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm out of grenades. That's why. That's also why I had forgotten he I mean, I remembered he opened his eyes, but I'd forgotten you had to hit him multiple times, and he says, "Oh, I can't see what I'm doing." You're like, that's why the predictive thing wasn't great. But now it is. It's pretty good. Okay, fine, whatever. I don't care. Did I pick up that honeycomb at the top? I don't think I did. That might give me an extra hit. I may do that. I may try that. Let's see. Okay. Dang it. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna call the stream here. I spawned all the way back here. Really? Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna call it here. I wandered around. I got to show 2 different worlds. I had a lot of fun. I think everything was pretty great, and I really am just completely. Hold on one second. Let's move this over here. Let's do try again. There we go. I'll move it quickly to the intermission just so I can give an appropriate thank you. But I want to say thank you to everybody. There's so many different people that popped in today, despite the fact that I didn't put anything up about it. I mean, yes, I know my icon says live, but I didn't put up anything, any post or share or any of that. And yet, Viddy, Lexus, Omega, AR, 21 Sandwich, you know, all of you guys. Oh, shoot. I had a thing fall on my head. My goodness. What happened? Oh goodness, something fell on my head. Oh, because of, oh well, yeah, oh yeah, you're right, that does make sense. But still, nonetheless, yeah, I can go back down there if I have to. I can go in the little side area. There's that shortcut. I can use the warp pad now. So, but anyway, thank you to all of you guys who stopped in. And you know, everybody who stopped in and said hi, thank you, especially to people who are willing to wait out some of the more painful parts of this particular stream in being there since near the beginning. Omega, I think you were there. You've been here since the absolute beginning. So thank you very much for being here and all of the support. Oh, and Omega, thank you for the donation. I very much appreciate that. It's really nice to see everybody pop in and show support despite not advertising it. I thought, you know, hey, it's going to be a nice little heavyweights. I'm sorry. So what I do is I normally go out and I put a post out there with all the names, but I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at remembering it straight off. Heavyweights, thank you so much for being here as well. And yet again, if you want, there's no obligation. But if you're interested at all in audio, I'm not an engineer. I'm probably not as expert as your I think you said your cousin. But if you do happen to be interested in it and need to get started and stuff, I'm looking to try and obtain stuff for streamers to send to streamers, and that's microphones and interfaces mostly. So while I can't guarantee that I'm going to have you know, the perfect equipment for you, if you have a general sound. You're interested in that, I'd be happy to help anybody who has that same kind of interest. So just let me know. You can reach out to me on the Twitter private message or well, I think that's probably the best place to get me. But But anyway, yeah, thank you so much for everybody who came in, who talked, who participated, kept me company. You know, there's just so many great people that dropped in and said hi, and I really, really appreciate it. I can't even begin to express it. No, I was just messing around. I just saw you live and wanted to say hi. Well, thank you so much for stopping in, and I'm glad you did say hi. I look forward to hopefully seeing you in some other people's streams as well, and, you know, of course, I'll try and stream again. I usually try to stream on Sundays, but, you know, hopefully you'll feel inclined to maybe pop in and say hi again at some point. That'd be great. But I'll go ahead and get it switched off. I'll get us some nice music, and yet again, I can't even express it, but thank you guys, all of you, so much for popping in. Let's move it to this. Let's see if we can't get some nice music going. Think we have some kind of chill stuff. See if I can fade it in. I could if I unmuted the channel one more time. Sorry. Pretty heavy, Lex. Glad I managed to come back in time to say bye at least. Yeah, I know. Thank you so much for being in here, everybody. Like I said, this is not an advertised stream. I didn't put anything up about it, and yet so many people, so many great people showed up to say hi and show support, and that means the world. So thank you so very much for everybody who stopped in. Take care. I'll try to catch you Sunday. Thank you so much, Heavy. Thank you so very much. Thumbsy. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you.